On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, how is it that we have never checked out a Robo alive dinosaur fossil find? What's the deal with that? We're always checking out Smashers, and the Robo alive is basically the Smashers' cousin, so we gotta check these out finally. I wanna know what kind of fossils we can find. There are two giant mega dino eggs out there, one with a golden pickaxe, one with a silver pickaxe. There's a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Brontosaurus fossil find. I really want to see the Brontosaurus, as we're always seeing Tyrannosaurus Rexes. So yeah, let's check out the Brontosaurus version. Dig, build, and roar. So join me as we discover the fossils of Robo alive.
Squirrel Stampede.
So it says, I hear that the Robo alive Mega Dino egg with the silver pickaxe should be the Brontosaurus option, which is the one I want to see the most, as we've seen many a Rex of T around the channel. Although I do enjoy a T-Rex, I would certainly like to see the Brontosaurus today, so I chose silver pickaxe. But if it's Rex you need, look for the golden pickaxe to find your Tyrannosaurus. Okay, let's make this as satisfying as a zip hole we can make it. Only a quarter of the way. Well, let's just read the fine print while we open. Explorers, beware, these fossils are really alive. Unbox the Jurassic egg and dig through compounds to find the most fearsome dino fossils. Unearth all the parts, then assemble your dino and watch it come to life with glowing body and an epic roar. What dino fossil will you discover? What dino fossil will you discover? What dino fossil will you discover? Hey you there, are you having difficulties opening your Mega Dino fossil find? No. Do you need assistance, sir? No. Do you need help opening your egg? No, I'm okay. And you get the wrapper off okay. I'm trying. Did you use the convenient zip pull on the side of the egg? Yes, it didn't work. Perhaps if you used the convenient zip pull and zipped faster, it would have worked. No, it wouldn't have. Please try your best to not ruin the packaging. Little too late for that. You may need to go back to that packaging and look for instructions. I don't think I will. Did you try to use a sharp hobby knife to go down the side of the egg? Yes, I did. Are you talking to yourself? I am. Did you use the convenient zip pull on the side of the egg? I did. It didn't work. I told you. Would you like assistance from the narrator? No, I do not. I just want this egg open. Perhaps you should try someone else to open it. Just leave me alone. I know several squirrels who can open this package much faster than you can. At this point, all viewers have lost interest in your unboxing. Too bad there wasn't a convenient zip pull, right? Okay, we finally got it. Alright, that was most ridiculous getting inside that packaging, but here we are with the egg full-blown on the table with pickaxe of gray smashing into the side. Pretty good detail all around. So let's crack this open. I wonder if it's as strong as a Smasher's egg. Could be. It's got some weight to it. And I think we'll just try squeezing. Squeeze and pull apart. We've done well. And unlike Smashers eggs, only 2 shells. Pretty easy to combine back together. Inside, these items will certainly keep us busy, perfect for a rainy day, and it is rainy today for us. We've got a Mega Dino Fossil Find. We've got several packages of fossil exploration. Not as large, I thought we would see a large fossil dig part, but more like your traditional several Zuru stages bags to go through and build. This part right here looks to be the most fun. We've got the Mega Dino Fossil Find inside what could be some sort of seashell. I like that piece. And then more fun bags. Stretchy slime compound. Fossil Find. Oh no! Dino slime. Always a little bit of slime. There's our small fossil rock. Oh, I killed the professor. Well, the fossil rock, like I said, I thought the fossil rock would be really large compared to what I saw on egg size. And then Mega Dino Fossil Find glass, magnifying glass. Ooh, Kalinga. Is that what it is? Kalinga when he looks at the fossil of Amber in Jurassic Park. Very nice. That'll be fun to get into. Oh, thank goodness. The professor is okay. Oh, where do we start? Where do we start? Maybe we'll check out the guide real quick. We have a facts sheet on the Brontosaurus. So yes, we have found the Brontosaurus egg. Yay! And funny, I really thought the Brontosaurus was phased out as a name for a dinosaur. I thought maybe they had the head switched or something, and so I guess it's still a real thing. You got facts and information about the Bronto. And kind of a giant Mega Dino Fossil Find sheet. This one here just has fine print, so I think in this case we just kind of go with what we want to go with first. Maybe I'll just go with this nice big stretchy slime pack first. Kind of like that one. And getting inside. And we begin our archaeological dig with some very interesting bone pieces. Well, right off the squirrel, I like how these are looking. They are detailed. They are way more detailed than what we have found in the past. I think Smashers had a few dinosaur bone series. Like the very first series of Smashers had dinosaur bones. And they weren't very detailed. These are looking pretty good. There's some definition in these baby back ribs. I want my baby back. Wait, these aren't baby back ribs. These are your vertebrae going up neck or tail. And the detail of the paintwork looks nice. Feels legitimate. So I found like a central piece maybe, and then another tail piece, and a third piece. But I'm not really sure if it's, well, this obviously is a tail. This though, I'm not sure if it is the neck. Probably the neck. The neck and the tail is what we found. As for the compound, it's a really lightweight, foamy, it's almost like the insides of a Nerf ball. Are you sure this is prehistoric material? It's quite fun. Usually this compound is a little heavier. It's got that really soft sponge. This stuff is murder to a carpet, so be very careful with this stuff. It gets in, it never comes out. Definitely on a table like this. So you can pull it apart, and you can squish it back together through force. Just kind of really clump it back together. And then stretch. Oh wow, that's really stretchy. That almost went a couple feet. And it gets really soft in here once you stretch it. So this is a fun compound. You just have to watch where it's going. Luckily, large resealable bag for this one. So keep everything nicely packed in here so that you can come back to it. And then seal it so that it stays nice and wet. Not that it's wet, it's just more like it will dry out and eventually crumble. Well, I kind of just want to get the dino slime out of the way. I'm not a big fan of slime as I used to be. It's just kind of overdone. We see it too often now, and it's kind of wasteful. So we'll see though. I mean, I guess if it's mutant ooze, I don't mind. But then in this situation, I feel like it's not really warranted. Maybe if it was tar. Okay, so it's a highly viscous green. And I might just be able to pick the bones out. That would be my goal here. So we got some legs. We got some legs to build. What I like about the Bronto is that will have 4 legs and should be able to stand easy on all 4, hopefully. So another really highly detailed leg. I like the paintwork on these quite a bit. And here's another foot. Hard to tell what's front and what's back yet. And another one. There's certainly a lot of slime in here. Whoa, I think I'm just gonna have to pull this out because I just can't get to the leg. I'm hoping. I've had such bad, inconsistent slime lately. Really hoping that this slime is a better quality. And I'm gonna say it's not. There's so many slimes lately that are just so wet and they don't hold. And then you're just washing your hands for hours. Not the worst slime I've seen, not the best. And you gotta get it out of all these like little spots. Yeah, get out of there. Sometimes if you leave it out for like an hour, you can kind of dry up the slime a little bit and it'll work better. I think we got most of it. So it's not 100% the best stuff, not 100% the worst stuff. It's got a nice transparent look to it. Very Slimer-esque, Ghostbusters. Very Turtles Mutagen Ooze. And a good quantity, I'll give them that. They gave us a good quantity of it. It's nice and cool to the touch. I give this slime about a 7 out of 10. And I'll go in there. I need to start rating my slimes. That's a 7 out of 10 slime. Okay, next experiment I really want to see is this Mega Dino Fossil Find Dino Sand in this really cool shell. I like this shell piece. Oh no, not another zip pull. That last one was pretty much the end of me. Hopefully this one will be a little better. They always want to pull sideways. They never want to pull down the line. Oh, redemption! Redemption from the seashell snail. Wow! That is such an impressive piece. This can go along with the egg. Ah, they ruined it kind of with the volcano dino fossil find. This isn't a volcano, is it? It's a mega dino fossil find. Was this used before in the past for volcano fossil found? It's completely new to me. I'm pretty sure I never ran into this. Interesting. Maybe they changed the name. Oh! Oh, wow. This is actually my favorite compound, I believe. This is like the high foam, shredded foam stuff. We've seen it before, Treasure X. I think the first time I saw it, and the most impressive time was Sunken Sea with the black powder from the ship. Because it just kind of popped and exploded. It was so entertaining. But this is more of a sandy, it's so soft and fluffy than what we saw with the orange just recently here today. Oh, it's like they shredded something. It's so fun. The squirrels enjoy it and the professor can explore it. It's just got this great consistency. Barry likes to roll in it. Yeah, it is fun stuff. And again, if you kind of mold it, if you squeeze it together, sometimes it pops on you. If it's really done right. And this one isn't popping. When it was black, it really stands out, and there it goes. It's kind of just like static. It's harder to see in yellow. It really stands out, and there it goes. It's kind of just like static. It's harder to see in yellow, but it pops. I like to say it pops. It just kind of explodes apart. So it's really quite fun. Oh, it is so soft. This is the most satisfying compound I've seen in a while. Also though, like the orange, extremely dangerous to carpets. Extremely easy, hazardous to clean up, really difficult. Look how it just feels like sand. That is so cool. So you can take your bones and then press them in, and you can do some more exploration of your bones. And I think, unlike slime, it's not gonna stick to the toy. So really quite cool. And then the container. The container here, and it was fun when it came out. It was almost a seashell shape. The container here, I guess we're just gonna grab clumps of it because it's really clumpy and it's falling apart. They should sell like a small little Mega Dino dustpan kit with these sets where you open it up and it's like a little broom and a little scoop, and you can scoop all this up. Oh, it's so got a little bit of static electricity going to this right now. Okay, well that's about as much as I can get. I'll just leave the rest on the table and hopefully we can keep this nice and tight in this great, fantastic looking shell piece. That's a highlight of this set today. Okay, so what a mess. But I think we're gonna continue the mess as next up, excuse me, Professor, we've got the fossil rock. The fossil rock, pretty similar to what we probably saw with like old school Treasure X where we're digging in rock. Well, do we have a dig tool? Are we gonna use like his own foot, the dinosaur's foot to dig? Probably not. Maybe in here, or maybe, yeah, Captain Obvious here that I totally missed. Obviously, we're gonna take this pickaxe and we can remove. That's our digging tool. Twisty tie this off. And we've got our digging tool. I believe it's got enough plastic in that hammerhead to break something open. I wanna see what's in here too though. Real quick, let's see our magnifying glass. That might be helpful. Oh, and it's themed pretty well after the pickaxe here. So you get a great pickaxe, stone pickaxe, plastic stone pickaxe, and a nice, really shiny, pretty decent, I'll say decent magnifying glass. I mean, sometimes these are really cheap, but this has some value to it. I could use that in future reviews. Okay, so we gotta remove this packaging here, and since I left a mess, it'll be fine. This, theoretically, should be our head of the Brachiosaurus. It looks like it's exact size, and I just realized I completely skipped the rib cage. I was so mesmerized by the sand. I forgot to show what was in the sand, so we'll show that in a second here too. So a clump of gray powder. This stuff is the worst to get into your camera. So sliding this aside, this was what was inside our seashell. A giant Brontosaurus body piece. And I'm gonna leave it in the pack just for now because my hands are full of dust and I don't wanna get dust all over it yet, so I'll kind of come back to it. But that's our giant rib cage. This is probably the front, and that's the back, right? Yeah, that's the backbone. Okay, so we'll set this aside. Pretty good scale. I'm curious to see how it scales up to a Lego Brontosaurus in a minute here. So now our favorite thing to do is do a little digging. A little digging here, kind of dig in here. This might take about 10 years. This side of the tool, probably the tool side you're gonna go with. And we're gonna crunch in here, breaking tiny piece off. I didn't really read the instructions if it said water. Water sometimes helps this stuff if it's too crumbly. Or should I say uncrumbly, you go with water. Because right now, this is some tight formation. I'm hammering. Luckily, this table is at its end. I've got a couple options for a new table. I just haven't pulled the dino string on that yet. Okay, I'm really hammering this. Watch your fingers. We're just going in. I kind of like it when it's slow. More value. There is something inside here, isn't there? Sometimes it sinks to the bottom. Let's try the bottom. I see nothing. Nothing yet. Wow. There is a dino head in here, is there not? Is there not? How about this side? Aha! We've cracked it. Wow, that was the most work I've done on the table in a long time. Oh, I suppose the Brachiosaurus head, or Brontosaurus, excuse me. The Brontosaurus head isn't that large, really. So we got on in. See if I can zoom without destroying my camera. Darn it, I destroyed my camera. Not what I wanted to do. there it is. There's our head, and it's also in a plastic wrap. So I've got a lot to clean up. My poor camera. Shoot, did not want to do that. Gotta get the wind out and clean stuff up. So I'm gonna clean stuff up and we'll take a look at what we have. Okay, what do we have? There's our rib cage again and our head. We've cleaned up everything. Now we can start to build. I think we can go use this as a guide. This is our guide, basically how it's structured. They keep this pretty much an archaeological find though. Big legs over on this side. That's gotta be a neck. It's huge. I think these two pieces here are a neck and the headpiece that we had found earlier. So glad to get into this series. This is possibly the better series than what we've seen for Dino from Smashers. It was always a little comical, which I like comics, but this is more realistic. Place our head over here and tail and legs. So I'm guessing that's a front leg. This is probably a back. And another reverse back leg. We've flattened a Brontosaurus. Dr. Grant, dear Dr. Sattler, welcome to Jurassic Skeleton. Oh my. We flattened our Brontosaurus pretty good, haven't we? Good piece count though. 9 pieces builds up this bone skeleton structure fossil find. So I suppose now it's back to the great song, the squirrel bone is connected to the hip bone type of thing. Let's build up our legs first. Hoping it is tight. In the past, sometimes they become very loose. Oh, not there. There. Okay, pretty tight legs on that side. I'll go over to this side, flipping things around, causing mass confusion. I can't imagine being a paleontologist and doing this from actual fossil rock, you know, where most of it's not even there, and you just see half a bone, and you've got to somehow get it together. That is such a feat. Okay, a little larger than I anticipated too, but it is a mega dino fossil find, right? And now we can add on this next piece. Looks like a key piece, so you get it in the right position and it'll slide into place. Oh, he's gonna rear that head up quite high. Or should I say she? Could be either or. Wow, this is a tall dino. Add a tail. Might be one of the best dino skeleton items I've seen. And headpiece. Brontosaurus headpiece. He's looking back at us right now. There we go. What do you know? What do you think about that? That is absolutely impressive. Kind of want him to look straight right now. Okay, there we go. We can turn that neck piece. So you can kind of give him a good turn. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe he's always... Yeah, he kind of always wants to be looking to the side. The way the keyhole joint works, it just fits one direction, so that's kind of a bummer. There we go, though. That's pretty impressive. That's really prehistoric. Scale-wise, what are we talking here? This guy goes up to about 9 inches in height and about 11 to 12 inches in length. Width is about 3 to 4, about 3 inches in width. Got a great scale to it, and let's see how well it scales up to the Lego Brontosaurus, well, Brachiosaurus we saw this year, the new Lego Brachio. About similar in scale. I believe the Brachio should be a giant compared to the Bronto, but I gotta re-explore the Bronto facts sheet a little later and kind of bone up on that one, because I really thought the Brontosaurus was phased out. You certainly don't hear about the Brontosaurus as much as we used to. Oops, sorry Landry. So impressive all around. Should have light feature. How do we get that to work? Over on the belly. Don't see it yet. There's a button here. Hidden. A hidden button. Where is it? Instructions are indicating the tail is our switch. Oh, sure enough, there's a hinge there. Not getting much though. I'm not getting anything actually. Oh gosh! That scared the heck out of me. Wow. I can't believe it didn't growl while I was building it. That is loud. Light up feature in center. I like how they do that. They've placed a frosted acrylic piece around inside the cage there. with a little red LED light in there, really giving it a pop. Let's see if we can get the lights low. That is so fun. What a great exploration toy. So there is your Bronto, I keep wanting to call it Brachiosaurus. I'm really quite impressed with what we had today. The Mega Dino Fossil Find is legit and a pretty good deal. I caught this egg for 20 bucks, just a $20 toy. And that's pretty well done. You get all these extra accessories like the magnifying glass, the pickaxe, reusable egg container, always a nice feature. Piece of amber. Whoop. Several amber stickers. Okay, so what do we got here? What do we have? Is that a bee in amber? I just saw this hilarious video online where they slow motion bees returning to the hive, and so many just kind of crash into the wall, into the hole to get into the hive, or they tumble on the ground. It is funny stuff. There's our mosquito, Kalinga. Is that what he says? I gotta go back to Jurassic Park and watch that. Look at the long legs on that. That's creepy. And these have got a nice puffy feel to it. It has a nice puffy relief to these. And trilobite, am I right with that? Trilobite, ancient fossil find. These are the most common fossils you can find probably, or it could be a horseshoe crab, but I think it's a trilobite. Fun! I can't say enough good about this Brontosaurus. That was a lot of fun. Oh, did I mention hinging, opening, and closing mouth? So there's a little bit of articulation. I wish the neck had rotated. That would have sold. That would have really been terrific. So I'm glad I got a chance to check that out. I may come back. I may come back and check out the T-Rex. The T-Rex, again, is in the golden pickaxe egg. So when you see these in store, go for the silver pickaxe if you want a Brontosaurus. Gold will build you a T-Rex, which I'd like to see as well. Now, I'm so impressed with how this turned out. We may come back and check this one out. We saw something similar with the original Smashers dinosaur skeleton fossil. There was a T-Rex skeleton, a little more cartoony. That one, I think, actually fell completely apart over the years. I don't believe I still have it. Kind of bummed about that. Well, that whole experience was awesome. I cannot believe I have missed Robo Alive fossils for the last couple years. We'll hit back with the T-Rex, and I think I may just have somewhere in my squirrel archives, I have one of the smaller original Robo Alive eggs to look at. If you like today's video, please give us a Squirrel Alive, comment your favorite feature of the Robo Alive fossils or what you have found. Thank you again for watching. Oh, and don't forget we have Squirrel Stampede merch out now, like t-shirts and a questionable water bottle I like to put slime in. Maybe I'll put that slime in today. And other cool things like a plush Landry. Information down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. That's what I have to say about that.